are passionate, if you want to start your English speaking journey, but you are not getting that point, that from where I can start, what is that point, so you will get all the answers in this video. And in this video, I just want to tell you 2 or 3 points that you should remember, that those points are most important. The first thing is that you should be clear about your intentions. Why do you want to start? Why do you want to speak this language? Because it will work like fuel in your journey. Okay. Second thing is, you should create a separate place for yourself. Fix some time for yourself. That is also very important. Where you are alone, where you can spend that time with yourself. That is important thing. And third important point is that you should mark the date in calendar. Keep it in front of your eyes that from which date you are going to start. Your mind will say that you are doing for a long time, but you are not getting result. So it's important that mark the date in calendar so that you will be clear. And you have to take it like a course. Otherwise, you will procrastinate for a long time. The real action time is that how can you start to speak? This is the real action. This question comes in our mind that from where I can start. So I will suggest you that you should start with your self-introduction. Why I am suggesting it? Because I have that experience about this, when I was trying, after lockdown, when I was trying to get online jobs. So in that time, I got call from it. She asked to me that tell me something about yourself. And even I knew all those sentences, but I was not able to speak. I was not able to convey my message and I didn't get that job. So self-introduction is something that each and everyone can relate with it. No matter who you are, if you are a housewife, if you are working, if you are a student, each and everyone can relate with it. So self-introduction is a very good starting point for you. And you can also analyze what is your current level, it's also important if you want to start, but you don't know that what is your current level. So you can identify also. Okay. Now, what will you do? You can start your practice with your mirror and you can start your practice with your mobile phone also. Smartphone is more convenient because you can record yourself and you can watch it again and again. So it's more important, it's more useful way to start your English speaking practice. So what will you do? For many people it's not easy. How I'm saying just record yourself. It's not so easy. It's not so comfortable. So no problem. You can just write all those lines. So write your name. What is your name? What is your age? What is your marital status, what is your qualifications, your occupation, all those things. Just simply write all those things. And after that, what will you do? If you are not comfortable to see in camera, so don't worry, no problem. It's very normal thing. I was the person who never felt comfortable in front of camera. In my school days, in my college days, we needed that passport size photo and I never felt comfortable. I don't know why, but I never felt. So it's normal thing. Take it very normal. Just open your camera and read all those lines without watching that camera. You just read all those lines and just record totally and then off your recording and watch it. Watch how are you speaking, how comfortably you are reading that. Just watch it. After that, your second action is, what will you do? You have to go on YouTube and search about self-introduction. When you search about self-introduction, you will get a lot of videos. And there, what will you do? You just watch some videos, observe some videos, and whichever videos you are getting that, okay, I can relate with this, Every kind of videos you will get. And there you will realize, you can identify what is your current level. Because you are watching so many people, different kind of people. So you can identify that what is your current level. Okay. Then what will you do? Whatever videos you are getting useful, you are getting that, okay, these videos are feeling connected. So you just download those videos and again rewrite your self-introduction. If you want to rewrite, you can rewrite your self-introduction, include some new lines which you feel that I can relate with that. Again, when you rewrite your self-introduction, now again practice, open your camera. If you are feeling uncomfortable, don't look in front of camera, don't look in camera, you just read all those lines. Now next, what you will do, you just try to speak without looking those sentences. You just try to speak, because if you will not try to speak without watching, without looking something, you can't speak. It's important that, because then your subconscious mind will work to, if you will not get any pressure, if you will not feel uncomfortable, your mind will never work. And be aware about this problem also, that your mind will say that, why are you doing this? What's the need of that? Your mind will say, definitely say. So be aware. Tell yourself, no, I love to do this. I want to do this. Your mind will play very subtle games. So be aware about your mind. Anytime when you will go to speak, anytime when you will go to start, you feel the, hesitation, nervousness. So remember all the time that it's just your mind game. It will make you, because you never do that, so you feel uncomfortable. No matter what is the story it will tell you, but it's work to make you comfortable. So don't go with your mind, be aware. And I suggest you one more thing, that make your habit, each and every day for one time, make a part of your practice of self-introduction. If you don't have anything to speak, to practice, every day in the morning or in the evening, you practice your self-introduction. So here you will get that first, in the beginning, you are reading it like sentences. But now when you watch others, and now if you are going to give your self-introduction to someone, how will you speak? Now you will start with like, hi everyone, thank you so much for having me here. My name is Preeti Sharma. I come from Azamgarh, Uttar Pradesh. If I talk about my qualifications, I have completed my graduation from Purvanchal University in 2005. After that, I completed my post-graduation in sociology in 2007 from Kanpur University. After that, I started working as a private school teacher. I have more than 10 years experience in teaching. And if I talk about my hobbies, so I love reading, dancing, singing. So it's all about me. Thank you so much. So you can observe here that translation is different thing and communication is different thing. Again and again, when you practice, when you repeat the same thing, you will be habitual. So I just suggest you that each and every day you make the habit of speaking your self-introduction. When I was 7th or 8th grade, I am not so sure. So at that time, my grandmother started to teach me to make rotis, chapatis in our Indian household. So I started making, and my first roti was very bad. My first chapati was very bad, That was a kind of mad. And I was so sad, because my mother and my grandmother, they always made very perfect round shape rotis. So I was so sad that I was not able to make that. But my grandmother told me that because you are trying it first time, because it's your own first effort. So it's more important, because if you will not take your first step, if you make your second effort, and how can you make it perfect, So always, all the time, I remember this story, this sentence comes in my mind many times, whenever, and each and every time, whenever you are going to try something new, you feel the same thing. When you start to learn, scooty or laptop, anything, I think you can relate. Your first move can't be perfect. Your first move is not going to define you. It's also important. How many times you are going to try, how many times you are passionate to do it. It will create an impact. It will create a difference in your life. So at this point, I want to stop my video, and I hope you will start your English speaking journey today. And if you are passionate, if you are really want this, that I will speak English. So definitely you can speak. It's not something as I thought for many years that without grammar I can't speak and I need a lot of vocabulary. It's not needed. If you can understand all these things, if you can understand English, definitely you can speak. Only some efforts are required. So if you are getting my videos helpful, if you are getting it useful, definitely hit the like button and share with those who want to start their English speaking journey. Thank you so much.